That was out loud, Vicky.
Oh, sorry.
Are we going to start off
Yeah,
the
we're
next
back.
day?
Yeah, we're good to go. If you want to, we'll pick it up the next day. I actually have that all set. I just need to move your tokens out there. Hang on. Guess I should have done that in the break. I'm a bad DM. Anybody agrees loses level.
Mitch,
What'd you say?
I'll start off my day the same way I did.
Yeah, but it's not as much fun because you can't hear the music.
I know. I gotta get it fixed somehow.
Just for you, everybody else hears it. As Magnus wakes up in the morning, he hears. Sweep the leg!
Theme song.
It just sucks that he can't hear this because it's so freaking awesome. You're the best around. No one's gonna ever beat me.
Sweep the leg, Donnie, sweep the leg!
Okay, the next day, you guys actually, that night, as you guys are packing up and stuff, crap, what was his name? Gurnor comes in, says that your friend stopped by, he pointed him in the right direction, and then he kind of disappeared. He wanted to let you guys know that, there's no real stonemason, but there's a few farmers that they make their own walls when they dig up or they clear their fields. They take the stones and they build walls, and they kind of magnet off what they do in Ireland, Scotland, England, that sort of thing. So he kind of pointed him towards those people. He doesn't know where he went from there. He was actually surprised that he's not here, or that you guys weren't with him. You have like a little conversation. I'm assuming Thaddeus buys him around, and you guys have a good time, and then whatnot. The next day, you guys gather outside the wooded way, have your breakfast and whatnot. As the caravan kind of pulls into town in the morning, you guys after lunchtime, the caravan's heading out. Now, this is a caravan that is it's a supply caravan. It's not a merchant caravan. But they're always looking for, hired help to defend the caravan, that sort of thing, because sometimes they do carry valuables. This time they're carrying just dry goods, food, perishables, that sort of thing. You guys are able to get passage if you wish. You guys will be paid a fee of 7 coppers per day. And if you happen to die, then you can sign like the contract that will send your next of kin 5 gold pieces.
Sounds good to me.
I'm in.
Okay.
Sign me up, lad.
All right, now we know what you guys'
I'm ready
life
to
are
go.
worth.
What if we don't have a next of kin?
Well, whoever you want the 5 gold pieces to go to, that's who it's going to go to. It could go right back to the merchant. That's up to them. It's up to you.
Since I have never been one to offend you, I would be honored. To be your next of kin.
I like that. See, you remind me of people from home. You're very nice and kind, and hey, if you die, I get your stuff. I respect that.
Sounds good. You get mine, I get yours.
Fair enough.
Boom. High
Okay.
five.
There are 4 wagons in the caravan. The first one is a covered wagon. There's in the first wagon there is basically where all the camping supplies are. So if they have to stop on the road, they can pull the stuff out of there, camp, that sort of thing. The second wagon is dry goods. There's some pumpkin, there's some ale, and that sort of thing. The second wagon is kind of being led, or the third wagon is being led by the second. There's another draft horse. There's some other stuff. There's some chickens and whatnot. The third wagon has a crate and a couple barrels. They don't really tell you what's in there. Not really much of your concern. You guys are able to basically take seats wherever you want, or you can walk alongside. Aldolin, she decides that she's going to walk alongside the caravan, so that makes sure that she can keep her keen eye out for any kind of evil that may befall the caravan itself.
And talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
To the horses, yeah.
Pet the horse, yeah.
Right. So that's the basic layout that you see it there. Okay, you guys sign the contract and head on out?
Yep.
Okay.
Dickie looks around nervously, makes his way up to the covered wagon, and jumps in the back of that.
Okay. As the caravan starts moving, it takes about half an hour to get everybody moving. Everything's going. As the caravan starts moving away, you
Mitch,
guys.
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mitch, I'm gonna buy a couple bottles of spirits before I leave.
Okay.
Same here, lad.
Love that idea. Because you guys are so much fun drunk.
Bottles of spirits.
As you guys are pulling away, everybody but Lexa, since your passive perception is horrible, notice a large burly farmer with a axe. Looks like it's been used to chop wood and whatnot. With a very angry look on his face, starts heading inside the tavern. As you guys get about 50 yards away, you can see him come out. He looks towards the caravan, yells something, and starts moving towards it. Unfortunately, one of his legs he has a problem with, so he's not able to move as fast as the caravan's pulling away. He's yelling something, but you can't quite make it out.
Listen intently.
Yeah,
give me a perception roll.
Yeah, of course.
Perception. Where are you?
16.
$16.
13.
Okay, those with 16, you can hear he's yelling something about someone named Horst, and about doing something to his wife and how he's going to dismember him slowly.
The fuck?
Zarina, you didn't roll high enough.
Oh, I know.
Lexa, you didn't roll for me, Lexa?
You said my passive wasn't, so I assumed I was completely.
Oh, that's right.
oblivious.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because you have a passive of 10. So you have no idea what's going on.
I'll chuckle. I'm in the second wagon with the ale, and I'll kick back and relax.
Okay, eventually you guys pull out of town and out of sight of the hobbling guy with the big axe, who's still spouting curses your way. And you guys kind of hit the open road.
Just a quick question: what wagons is everybody in? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I'm on the back of the wagon, or the back wagon, protecting the rear.
I followed. I don't know. I'm probably avoiding Magnus and that Thaddeus at the moment.
Okay. Which wagon are you on?
I probably would have followed Ziri if she was on one without them. Whichever one she went to. Or Dickie. But Dickie's with Thaddeus.
Yeah, as we get away from the town, Dickie makes his way to Thaddeus's and pulls out the card deck and starts dealing.
Alduin
Okay.
is where again?
She's walking beside the second wagon.
And then where did Magnus go?
I don't know. Where do you go?
Where
Magnus?
where did you say the ale was? Second wagon?
Yes.
That's where I am.
You can't touch it, but
Okay.
you can guard it.
I'm protecting it.
I'll go at the front of the wagons, like walk beside the front ones.
You can walk beside the covered one.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Okay, Lexa.
I guess I'm gonna go back there and sit near them. Cause I don't want to walk it.
Them who?
Dickie and Thaddeus.
Okay.
Shall we deal you in?
I'm good. I'll watch. I've got my little mouse out apparently and petting it.
Oh, what's his name?
Gouda.
I like the cheese.
Yes, he likes Gouda cheese. Plus, that's how I found him.
How long have you had him?
About 3 months or so. Got him right before I came here. I don't know how long we've been here.
Now, mind you, we are all being paid to keep an eye out, so let's make sure we all keep an eye out now.
Single eyebrow raises.
I'm sorry, I have an escaped 4-year-old. I'll be back in just 3 minutes.
I bite my tongue.
One such as you should easily be able to play cards while looking for any kind of dangers. I mean, you seem awfully keen-eyed.
Well, I thank you for that compliment, sir. But I just want to know. I just want it to be known that I'm a man who earns his keep. That I will not be shrugging my duties or anything like that. Because Bert tells you that if you do not tend to your garden, bad things may happen, and the worms get in, and the worms of deceit and laziness come in, and it ruins your garden.
So if you dig a hole in your garden,
No, if you do not tend your garden, if you do not tend your chores, bad things happen.
So why are you not a cleric, Bert? Because you sound more like a cleric to me.
that is an interesting topic. I'd like to hear that.
Well, now, Bert has his clerics, but they're quite the zealot of folk. It's they are quite devoted to Bert, and I was offered as a child to be a cleric of Bert, but I found I was lacking in the devotion, true devotion to Bert, to really commit myself to him. But I do listen and follow the ways of his teaching.
You talk more about your god than any cleric I've ever met.
Hey, if somebody inspires you and shows you the way of living a good life, now does my belly look empty? No. Following the ways of Bert has treated me well. So why not try to spread the seed of Bert as far as I can?
I chuckle. He said seed. So where are you from, Thaddeus?
Oh, I'm just a little boy from the Shire. My
Okay,
daddy.
I'm very sorry. I'm back.
And this bird, he's a halfling god, or god, right?
No, many elves follow Bert. Dwarves follow Bert. I've seen gnomes and humans and half humans. They all follow Bert. It's a way of being.
I must keep my ears open. I've never heard of this Bert, but it seems you are quite uncompromising in your pursuit of his ideals.
They have never steered me wrong.
I kind of wink at Lexa,
Hmm.
and I lean over and I whisper, "That's the definition of zealot."
Yeah. He is more zealot than anybody I've ever met. And it makes me want to not hear that God's name ever again.
Okay, so let's change the subject here. I've been meaning to ask you, and I bet you get asked this a bunch of times, but you've got to have a story, and it's got to be interesting.
Mine, not very interesting. And no, most people don't ask. Most people don't talk. The whole drow thing means most people stay away.
Well, I mean, it is quite intimidating, I must say, but I've never been one to judge someone by the colloquial color of their skin, so
I have no
I'm all
interesting
ears.
story. I
No
have no
story.
interesting story. I grew up on the streets. I stole for food. I learned how to break into things so that I could have shelter. And now I decided to try to get out a little bit.
So you're a survivor.
No one's ever called me that before.
Yeah, you're still breathing today. That again, no offense here, but I'm sure you've had some difficulties in your life.
Yeah, but everybody
Yeah.
has.
Sure. And we've all made it this far. Excellent.
So tell us about you there, Diggy. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from here and there. I typically don't stay in one spot too long. You could say I have an adventurer's heart. I'm always wandering. And the downside of always wandering is it's expensive wander.
Well, being a halfling, it's nice. It is good to wander, to feel the grass upon your feet, to feel the wind in your air, and in your face, and the warmth of the sun on your back. I found that if you stayed someplace too long, you start to see the dark places, and I'd rather not see them.
I agree with your philosophy. Let us hope in the East there is adventure to, to live out.
Okay, you guys
So-
spend the rest of the
And-
day travel along
and-
in the caravan, kind
and
of
a corner
talking,
to
getting to know
get.
each other. Sorry, go ahead.
And a corner to get.
So what's the story with Zira and Magnus? They seem to be off on their own.
I don't know.
Oh.
Magnus hates me.
No, Magnus doesn't hate anybody. Magnus doesn't hate you.
No, I
He
like
loves you.
Magnus' hate for me. At least he's open and honest about it.
Oh no, he loves you. He respects you.
But you have each other's backs, though, right?
Of course.
So far, yeah.
I remember one time
Well,
when
maybe he's just
Zira-
being a little flirtatious.
Hmm.
You know, like when you're a kid and you punch the cute girl because she's cute.
Right. I'm still drow. It's a real hate, but not enough hate that he doesn't trust me to have his back right now.
Well, then he can't really hate you. Because, and unfortunately, childhood tales, I'm sure you've heard it all before. That's some long-term distrust there, but if he's able to turn his back to you and he knows you have it protected, then there can't be much hate there. So I would kind of lean towards maybe
Lexa likes to play the martyr.
making fun of the pretty girl as he winks. And what about this Zane fellow?
Don't know much about Zane, except that he's a pretty boy apparently, and doesn't like to get dirty, and doesn't like to fight, and will only be seen or talk to Ziri.
Have you ever seen a deck of cards that has 51 cards in it?
Unfortunately, yes.
That's
I've
all.
played against a guy with 51 cards before.
That's our sister Zira. She's a fine warrior, fine friend, But
So you're saying her deck is short?
But you don't know that.
maybe
You don't.
maybe one card.
You don't know if it's not, if Zane doesn't really exist, or if he does, and he's some kind of spirit or apparition that only she can see. Come on, you've been around long enough to know there's a lot out here we have no idea about.
Yes, I just feel the poor girl's a little touched. Not nothing bad. Just a little touched.
I'm laughing out of character.
But you're not a cleric, so you wouldn't know. Only Doherty could probably really.
That's true, sister. That is so true. But I mean,
And as
no,
long as he, because at least
You kicked out there.
she cooks. She's really good.
She was fine at that.
yes, I love my sister Zero, and I would
it's
do
Not
anything
scary in
for her.
battle.
And it seems like she carries that armor pretty well. So
Oh, she's scary. Very scary.
I mean, I look down at my weapon, which is a rapier, dagger, and a light crossbow. Then I look over to her pole arm.
It's like she's got dual personalities. She goes from this, "Ooh, I'm going to kill you all," and blood's covering her face. It's kind of creepy.
So she gains confidence in battle.
Apparently.
Good to know.
I saw her one time cleave Warg's paw off his foot. It was quite impressive. I'll tell you. But did I tell you about the shot I got that Warg right in the eye? Did I tell you about that shot?
No, but I'm all ears.
Oh, let
You
me
shot
tell
at
you.
Warg right in his eye.
Oh yes, it was quite a fine shot.
You were aiming for the eye, right?
Oh yes, of course. He looked at me and I looked right back at it, and I said, "You not gonna look at me with that eye again? I'll tell you that much."
Praise be to Bert, and I kind of wink.
Praise be.
Okay. You guys spend the next day, or the rest of the day, traveling, getting to know each other, that sort of thing. At nighttime, you guys camp. They set up like a little wagon train surrounding the camp. As you guys stand guard, you break up your watches. Nothing seems to occur. There's nothing out of the ordinary. The next morning, you're on your way again. By midday, you guys have reached. They tell you, there's a fork in the road. We're going to continue on to the east, but there's a road south. If any of you wish to travel south, where the caravan is going east.
What is south?
They tell you. Crap. Hang on. They tell you it's through the Arkwood. There's a few towns, south of there. They give you like random names. I don't have names ready for you guys. I'm sorry. They give you a few names. Basically, they're traveling on to Arktassel, which is the next larger town. It's about twice the size of Ferncombe. Is where they're ultimately heading. They should reach there by nightfall, they say. And almost as if on cue, as they say that, the front wagon's wheel busts in half, as they have to stop and replace the wheel.
We keep our eye out for the Tiefling.
As you guys stop, they tell you it's going to take at least an hour. They've got to basically get another, basically refashion another wheel and that sort of thing. This is the third wheel that they've thrown, and they didn't bring enough. They didn't expect for the road to be as bad as it is. As you guys are kind of milling about, that sort of thing, Zarina, since you're in the front, you notice through the trees there appears to be like a pathway that has been overgrown. Looks like years of wear and tear have worn on it, but it definitely looks like a path. It's right in this area here. Can you see it?
I can.
Yeah, I have a black screen right
Hang on,
now.
I gotta adjust my screen here. Okay, it's where again? Oh, I think I see it. Yeah.
Okay. You notice that it looks like a path was once maybe a regular roadway or a driveway or a path or something, but it's definitely stones that were placed there, but they've been overgrown over time. And let me see who has the second highest perception. Okay, Zarina, actually, you and Aldwin both have 17 passive perceptions. Aldwin,
17.
yeah, she notices, or
That's
she mentioned something to the north that she said she saw what appeared to
Are you
be
sure?
a ruin of some kind.
'Cause mine's like 11.
Yeah, 17's not possible. Unless you have expertise right now.
No.
What stat is it based off of?
Wisdom.
Maybe I have the wrong stat in there. Hang on. No, passive perception. 11. Oh, I'm looking at AC. Duh.
I was gonna say.
Sorry. Messed up. Okay, 12, 15, 10.
I'm 16.
So, did she have 11? 12 for Dickie.
No, my
That says
passive is
10.
15. Mitch, my passive is 15.
Yeah, it should be. Because you have,
It says 11.
this character sheet might be wrong.
Well, let's look at his character sheet here. It says 11. Why does it say 11? You're supposed to be 15.
I don't know, I don't have access to his character sheet. Is the skill checked off?
No, even with yes, it's only a 13.
He's, expertise in it, isn't he?
Is he?
Dish, your expertise in thieves' tools and perception, right?
Yes.
Which gives
Yes.
him, what, +2?
Right, so he should be at a 15.
Okay, that changes things. Okay. Okay, now we're up to date. Alright, so Thaddeus has a 15, Lexa has a 10. Dickie, you have a 12. Magnus, you're a 15. Alden's a 12. And Zarina, you're 11. So Magnus and Thaddeus, I'm going to leave it where it was before. Magnus and Thaddeus, as you guys are kind of like, you're sitting on the carts and whatnot, you notice that off through the trees towards the north of where you guys are, it looked like there was some kind of ruin that was maybe overgrown in that direction. Okay, Xena, as you're, sorry, Zero, whatever, as you're kind of sitting there, you notice this path. It's up to you guys. You guys have noticed these things. It's up to you guys if you say anything or not.
So I did notice it?
You notice the path. You don't notice the ruin. Please stop
Oh,
graffitiing
yeah.
on my map.
Hey,
You know,
oh,
I
you guys see this?
feel about that.
I said,
Yeah.
boy, you guys see this?
Yeah, are you talking about the? Are you talking about
The ruins.
the ruins over there? Yeah, I see them.
Well, what about this path?
Ruins.
I'm sorry, Magnus. You are 2 carts away. So are you shouting this?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So Thaddeus,
So
I hear
that's
Magnus
why I
shouting.
said, oi, oi.
Okay, I missed the oi.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen them. Let's pop up there. Let's go take a look.
The drivers, they kind of look off in that direction. Where you guys are at right now, you can't see them, but you guys did see them as you were approaching this kind of fork in the road. They kind of go back to what they were doing as far as like replacing the wheel.
I moved back to where Magnus is.
Okay.
And say, there's a path up that way. And then I looked to where he was talking about. Does it look like the path might lead to the ruins?
Good to know. Let me go
Yes.
check something.
Yes.
So maybe the path leads up there?
Hey, drivers. Did you come down this path before?
No, we've just kind of ridden this this road. We don't really pay attention to what's on the side, just what's ahead of us. They kind of chuckle amongst themselves.
You don't know anything about this area then?
Yes, there is a road going south and a road heading east. Again, the rest of them chuckle.
Shall we?
You want to go?
Motions to Alexa.
You want to go check that place
Sure.
out with them now?
Why not?
You just make it so easy.
Shouldn't we be guarding the caravan like we're supposed to?
Yeah, if we leave this, then what about the
They are
caravan?
changing the wheel and are easy prey, lads. I'm appealing to the ones that actually are sane in our group.
Well, you know, how do we not know that there's not goblins in that thing over there? We'll be attacking.
I hate to say it, but Magnus is right. We are getting paid to watch them change this wheel and make sure it doesn't get attacked. Although exploring the thing would be far more interesting.
You know, Bert
Always
always
says
says.
we were unleashing the hell.
Bert always says a leaf. If when he peels a leaf and you're not willing to accept it, bad things will happen.
Thaddeus, who is Bert's enemy? Like, what god is his enemy?
I think it's
But
a rabbit.
Bert does not. Bert the god has no enemies.
Every god has an enemy.
Amazingly, not Bert. Nobody wants to go near him. Nobody wants to be his friend or his enemy.
Bananas.
I thought a good defense was always a good offense, right?
Bye, DM. Look, we're supposed to be guarding this caravan. If you all want to go traipsing about, then go traipsing about. But you're going to leave these men to their death if you do. That'll be on your conscience, Thaddeus.
Oh, Magnus. So you're saying you're not a little bit curious what's up there? How do we know that there's not? That's where the danger is, and we're not actually protecting them. I'm using discarding defense.
You're wasting your words on me, Thaddeus. Go talk to the insane one.
I think maybe some of us should kind of pop up there and see what's going on.
Alderlin
Go
says,
ahead.
I'll
Go
stay
ahead,
behind and guard the caravan if you guys want to go ahead.
Okay.
If I may interject, if there are ruins up there, there is a possibility that there could be something in this area ready to attack, as Magnus is leading to. Maybe we should scout. Or send a scout out.
I nominate Thaddeus. Good at it.
He does seem squirrely.
Is that a height joke?
No, I always say it right to your face. You're short and you're ugly. It's going.
Thaddeus, I don't think you're short.
I'm gonna head up that way.
Okay. As you get up there, give me a perception roll, please.
And our first casualty splits off from the party.
That's just horrible. Okay. You see the path easy enough since Serena pointed it out. You're like, oh yeah. You look around and you see maybe a little bit more stone that could possibly be another path heading north. Everything's very overgrown. Like the stones themselves are covered with moss, but it looks like enough of them are above the grass that it looks like it could have been a path or possibly a driveway or that kind of thing.
Okay, I'll spot up a little bit more and take a look around.
Okay. Perception, please. That's a little better. Okay, as you
Don't see anything.
yeah, as you move through the trees, you're kind of looking down. As you look up, it looks like peering through the trees. There does appear to be some sort of ruins, like fallen walls, but there's definitely a tower that looms somewhere beyond where you can see, or at least it looks like a tower to you. As the path continues north, you see something that looks vaguely like this.
Okay, I go back.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, I seem to find a little tower up there. Now, maybe we can use that tower and take a good peer around, look to see if there's any bandits or anything like that.
The drivers are kind of arguing amongst themselves how best to fix this wheel. They're paying absolutely no attention to you.
I'm talking to the group.
I know, I'm just stating that.
It might be a good idea to go up and take a look in that tower. And that way we can go up in the tower and look from a high vantage point. See if there's any like campfires or horses or something around.
I do think we need to have some people guarding the caravan.
I'll stay here.
I'm here.
I think Alderlin is more than capable of watching the caravan. She's big and strong.
One person.
But look at these strapping drivers. They look like they can handle themselves.
Thaddeus, you're forgetting one thing. If there's any evil to be released up there, you want Adolin along to release it.
Why do you think I'm thinking she should stay?
Oh, I chuckle. Why don't you talk to the drivers and see what they say?
Hey, drivers now. We see there's a tower over there. We're gonna go check it out to make sure it's okay. Is that okay with you all?
I appreciate your interest, but we're very busy right now.
Why they don't seem to mind at all? Now, Magnus, if you don't feel that you can handle it, I'm sure Alderlin would be more than happy for you to stay with her.
Shut it, Sprite. That's not going to work on me. I'm the one with the common sense here. And that's not saying a lot, trust me.
I see. Common sense, yellowback. I don't know.
I'm going to walk up to Thaddeus. I'm going to punch him in the face.
As you walk up, I walk away.
I run up.
I run away.
Are you really gonna hit him?
Damn right. Yeah, I'll chase him around the carts for a few minutes. That's right. You better run your face.
I know.
Wow.
I'm running towards the tower.
Okay.
I'll stop.
Magnus
Turn
looks
around.
like he's going to beat you. and Thaddeus disappears amongst the trees.
I'll stop and walk back.
Well, I'm not gonna let the little guy go up there by himself. Gonna pull out my crossbow, start making my way into the woods.
Yeah, Mitch, I'll pull out my
Careful.
bow.
Okay.
You
Thaddeus.
You ladies stay here.
Oh,
and
thank
deal
you.
with them.
Okay, good fellow. How about we
Ah, crap! Now, Magnus, I'm sorry. I did not mean to say you were any type
Oh,
of
you're gonna be,
dead.
lad. You're gonna be.
Oh, no. We must not mud fight him. I'm sorry. I tell you what, I got a special surprise for you if you come up with me and we go check out that tower. I got a special treat for you.
Your tricks don't work on me, Gelfling.
No tricks, I swear to God, no tricks.
Gelfling.
So you guys got this, right?
Why don't you come with us, Sticky? The more the merrier.
Well, but yeah, we're leaving the ladies back at the caravan where they should be. Doing the
I'm
laundry.
going to.
Hopefully get some more of those sweet. You guys are good at keeping out of sight, right?
I'm great with it.
I am. Trust me, Thaddeus is too.
Okay, well let's try not to make a whole lot of noise and let's stay out of sight best we can.
I'm gonna laugh my asses off if Magnus actually gets seen.
Gonna stealth up.
If they tell
Yeah,
you about
Mitch,
it.
we're gonna head
I
up to
know.
the tower.
We're gonna stealth
Okay.
up.
Mitch, while they do this, my intent is to try to position myself in a position like near the caravan, but so that I can look to see if anything, I don't know, signal fires or whatever the weirdos do, happens. If something happens, we can try to maybe react to it.
I really want to start a bushfire. Is that
Well,
wrong?
basically, unless you're with them, as soon as they enter the woods, they disappear.
Okay.
So you're gonna have
That's
to
fine.
either
That's
stay
just my
with them
intent.
or
Gonna
they're just
keep
gone.
an eye on the ruins as best
Well,
I
you
can.
can't see them
I
from where
don't know
you're
that
at.
I'll-
This was something that when they came up, they kind of noticed it, but they didn't think too much about it, you know. And now that you guys have stopped somewhere near it, and now it kind of makes
okay.
sense. It's like a 1 + 1 = 2 type thing. So they're going to check it out. Right now, you cannot see from your vantage point. You can't see the tower. You can't see the ruins. And as soon as they enter the tree line, they kind of disappear. So unless you're
Okay,
going to
then
stay with them, you will not see
in-
them at all.
Instead, then I will position myself near where they walked in, and my intent is to listen in case I hear them running back for any reason. You know, chased by lots of goblins.
Okay. Lexa?
Is there any way I can just get into near one of the bushes or whatever and kind of hide stealth and just watch in case anything comes up?
What are you trying to watch? I mean, you can't see them as soon as they enter the tree line.
Not them. I'm
No.
just watching around.
Yeah, watch
the
Okay.
caravan.
Hide yourself and then make sure nothing
Yeah.
attacks them for caravan. Okay, that's cool enough. Go ahead and roll me a stealth roll and pick somewhere to hide. I would suggest the other side of the road.
Matt didn't mean to actually roll there.
Okay, so it looks
Kind
like
of
it's
side.
boys against the girls. Okay.
We let
As
the
you
women
guys
attend to the
approach,
laundry.
You know,
Um,
it might be a good idea to bring the wizard with us at least, and maybe even the warrior.
Here's my thought. If something was going to attack, they would have attacked already.
Nah, you never know.
as you guys approach, again, you see what Thaddeus saw, which is this. It appears to be a tower that has the top has fallen in. You're not exactly sure how big it was, but there's also walls that would imply that perhaps there was some other structure here. As you get closer, sure enough, it looks like there was possibly a keep or some sort of house here, but it has fallen to ruin. The only thing standing is this tower that appears to be maybe 2 to 3 stories high. And we're going to go ahead and take our second break before we get into this.
I think it's funny that Magnus was the one who's like, "No, we have to stay," and then he left.
We can't let the Gelfling get killed.